Y'all ever get y'all car repoed?
No.
Cause like this my first time ever like dealing with like financial hardship so bad my fucking car get repoed.
And I hope that she learned her lesson from getting her car repoed, because it is definitely, I'm sure, a humbling experience. Who wants to get their car taken? Especially when you're not able to afford it, when you're already going through something else. Your housing may be in jeopardy too. So now your car, your housing is all in jeopardy. How are you supposed to get to your job when you don't have a house to live in, when you don't have a car? You're going to walk there, but we know that a lot of places in America are not walkable. A lot of these places you have to drive a car to get everywhere.
They bag all your shit up.
That's
They
crazy.
don't play. They clean the whole car out. But they fucked up my shit. And then they write all this shit up here. Like, this shit is so embarrassing. Like,
Yeah.
oh my God. Like, I don't never pray on nobody to ever experience what I'm dealing with right now.
Looking at the car, it looks like a nice car. It has the panoramic sunroofs. Looks like, is that leather seats on there? And it looks like an SUV. So I would say that this is a Volkswagen Atlas. Okay, so let's see how much a Volkswagen Atlas costs. So we got a Volkswagen Atlas. We're looking at about $44,000 for a 2025. That's what I think. A 2025. I mean, she just got a repo, so maybe she just got it not that long ago. Volkswagen Atlas, 33,000, 41,000, 28,000. Sounds like a good bit of money, but maybe it's not that much. I don't know. So we don't really know her financial situation as a whole, but we just know that she got her car repo, and that means that you're behind on payments. The lender, or whoever you got your car from, whoever you got your loan from, they can put your car out to be repoed after one missed payment. So who knows how many payments she missed? She might miss 2 or might miss 3, but the lenders, they want their money back. They want their car back, and they want to make sure that you're paying all of the money that they're charging you, especially in interest. This is why it's important to follow the 23-8 rule. I did not make this rule up. I got the rule from the money guys. 20 is 20% down or more on a vehicle. This helps so that you always have equity within your car, because what some people will do is they'll go get a vehicle and put down like $2,000. And then when you drive off the lot, that vehicle loses like 10% of its value. So you're potentially already underwater within your first year. But by putting 20% down or more, you're ensuring that you have equity in your car. So if something were to happen, like this lady, if she were to get laid off, or whatever financial struggle would happen, she'd be able to actually sell her car back, so she's not having to pay this $600 or $800 or $1,000 monthly payment, and she can kind of focus on building her income, or maybe sell her car back, get some money back, and go buy a beater. And then the 3 is the 3-year loan term. This is so that we can avoid paying interest, because interest can be a killer, especially on a car loan. Some people have 8% or 10%, 11%, 15% interest on these cars. You're losing completely. Our vehicle has a 4% interest. We put on a 3-year loan term, and we could probably pay it off within the next few months. So we kind of have to decide what we're going to do. And then the 8/10 is that it should not be more than 8 to 10% of your take-home pay, your monthly payment, that is. Your monthly payment should not be more than 8 to 10% of your income. This kind of ensures that you're not overpaying for a vehicle that you can't afford. A lot of times people look at these rules, the cars they want do not fall within these parameters, and they have to go and get a cheaper car, which is probably best for them.
I'm so glad I was able to get my car back. Thank God. But I never want to deal with this shit ever the fuck again. Like, this is an embarrassing ass moment, but it's very humbling as well.
I hope she's able to recover from this. Like, I don't want to see anyone in financial despair. And honestly, all of life is a learning experience. And this is an expensive one, because I'm sure she had to pay the fees to get her car back out and also make up the payment. And hopefully in the future, she decides to not get a super expensive car that she potentially cannot afford. Now, her financial struggles, she could have lost her job. She could have been fired for whatever reason. They might have been making cuts. Now she can't afford a car payment, or she wasn't prioritizing her payments to the lender, whoever got the money from. They want to get their money, and they want you to pay. Hopefully she's able to recover and get back to a financial place where she feels secure. But let's look at these comments. This happened to me. Woke up and looked outside and it was gone. So this is happening to people, huh? So people are really losing their cars out here. Anyway, we have a car on loan, and we could lose it at any moment if we stop paying this monthly payment. And we're still paying it, and we're basically halfway through the loan, because we put down more than 20%. Like I said, we could pay this car off. Probably right now we could pay it off, but 4% interest rate. So we kind of have to decide. And it'd be nice to have that monthly payment back in our pockets instead of putting it to a car. Someone says, I don't GAF about my car getting repossessed. My $300 Gucci sunglasses and powder I just bought tore me up though. This person had 2 of her cars repoed. I vow myself to never let that happen again. I think that's the best way to avoid having your car repo. Follow that 23/8 rule, and you're gonna find that you're not gonna be able to afford that 40 or even a $30,000 car. We might be talking about a $20 or $15,000 car that you'll be able to afford. It's all really about how much you put down. Make sure if you do get a car, and it's a luxury, right? If you don't even need a new car and you go buy a new car, make sure you're investing. Make sure you're hitting your marks every single month before you go out here buying a liability, because this is what we did. We bought a liability. It's so crazy because I don't think enough people talk about the opportunity cost that you miss out by getting a vehicle. Let me just show you really quick what you miss out on by getting a vehicle. And this might have you reconsider going to get that new car, especially if you don't need it. So say your new car costs $30,000, okay? People will complain about, I don't have no money to invest, or I don't have anything in retirement when they get 50 years old. Here's where a lump sum of your money went, and you made the decision years and years ago. Say someone get a $30,000 car, they're going to be paying $30,000 for this car, but a lot of people don't pay that in cash. So over 5 years, they're paying for a $30,000 car. With interest, it might be like $5,000 or $10,000 more. Let's say $35,000. Let's say you paid $35,000 in total for this vehicle, right? But instead, if you'd have put $35,000 into your investment account, didn't add anything to it, right? Over how many years? How old are you? 28? How old are you? 25? So 25, 35, 45, 55. Let's say 30 years. The market is giving you a return about 8%. Even higher, we're going to say compounds daily. That would be $385,000, as you can see right there. So if you put this money into a brokerage account, invested it into the S&P 500, and it grew at an 8% rate of return, over 30 years, you have $385,000 in that account. That is the opportunity cost you missed. Let's see if you bought a $50,000 car, right? $50,000. Instead of buying a $50,000 car, you put that into a brokerage account, $551,000 that you missed out on, that you will not be able to recover because you're putting it into a depreciating asset. So this is the kind of things that you guys should think about before you go out and buy a car. And let's say monthly, you just add $300, $1 million. That's crazy, guys. So instead of putting money into a depreciating asset, invest $50,000, because you obviously paid that over the years of the car loan. You paid $50,000 and you add $300 to that monthly, you'd have $1 million. You'd be a millionaire. Well, potentially, depending on your housing situation, but you have $1 million invested by 30 years. That's absolutely insane. So that's just something for you guys to think about before you go out here buying a new vehicle. Make sure you can afford it so you're not getting your car repoed, because it doesn't look good. And honestly, if you do get your car repoed, and there's financial things that you need to do in your life to kind of get your life changed around, because getting your car repoed is kind of the start of potentially your financial demise. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think about the video, and if you did enjoy it, leave a like, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.